Hello, everybody. We're back. Yes, and most importantly, KEMPIRE is back because he's been traveling the last month and he's been doing the tour of the Netherlands and Amsterdam and Germany, having the time of his life. But now we got him back. And of course, as soon as he lands back to New York, the news hit. Big news about Gigi Hadid and ZAYN MALIK and Yolanda from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So, of course, KEMPIRE and I were like, what's going on there? Something's fishy. We really need to investigate, spiritual investigation over there and find out what is going on. But before we start the reading, let me remind everyone, please like this video. If you like the video, please subscribe to both me and KEMPIRE. Everything is down below. You can find us, as you can see, you can also find us on social media too. We would really appreciate that. And now we can start. Hi, Kemp.
Hey.
I love that. Hey.
This Gigi Hadid and Zayn Malik story just is not making sense to me. And there are a lot of people that are, quote, team Zayn and some people that are team Yolanda, team Gigi. I want to get to the bottom of this story because we've heard all kinds of rumors. Even some old stories from 2016 are coming up about some crazy blood ritual. So, you know, we have to dive in.
Are you surprised every time we do a reading around these like Hollywood celebrities, we keep finding out something dark is going on? We know there's a cult. There is some kind of, we'll call it a cult or a dark association, organization, call it what you may. But that's what it is. And I think that this is going to be the theme now. We're going to keep seeing things like that crop up. Yeah. And it's like darkness is coming to the light now. So at least people can be aware of what's going on. But I'm also nervous to see what comes up.
Yeah. And there's been a lot, you know, maybe we should just start. If we start from the beginning when it comes to Zayn Malik and the reason why he really left One Direction, there were a lot of rumors on why he left that group. That's where we got to know him, that huge group, One Direction. Why did he really leave One Direction? Because based on rumors, it was because, you know, he first of all, he didn't want to be a part of the group anymore and he wanted to go solo. But a lot of people are also saying that, you know, he was having some mental health issues. What is going on with Zayn Malik? Why did he leave One Direction? Let's start there. Let's go all the way back.
Whoa. Okay. It's very interesting because while you were asking the question, I had two jumper cards. Ooh, I didn't see there was a second one behind that. Look at this. Queen of Pentacles. To me, that means he wanted to break free because he wanted more money, better contracts, he wanted to be in the limelight. Basically, he felt that it was the right time for him to make the move and go. And I also feel that maybe it was because the manager, I don't know who the manager of One Direction was or the record label, but I do feel there was a lot of manipulation. Maybe they were just keeping a lot, like a big chunk of his money. And I do feel that maybe that these were jumper cards. So as soon as I saw, especially the Queen of Pentacles, I'm like, oh, it was money, it was career, it was just changing things and having more control of his career. But now, let's go to the cards I picked. So Five of Swords, and you're right. So he wasn't happy. I don't feel that he was happy with the current situation, and maybe even with his bandmates. Call them bandmates.
Yeah.
He was struggling. I feel that he's got, so I'm starting to pick up his energy, and I do feel that he is a moody person. So he's got like extreme ups and downs, and I do feel that towards the end with One Direction, he was in one of those like low lows.
Wow. I have to look up the birth chart.
I think he's a Capricorn, but please.
Oh, and we know how you feel about Capricorn.
Yes, and I think Gigi's a Taurus.
Don't say that, really? I'm already. Look, I'm going to be Team Gigi today. But I do feel for him. He's January 12th. Look at you. Capricorn sun. His ascendant is Pisces. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. His moon is Virgo. Uh-oh. Double uh-oh. Really? So he's very intuitive.
Very intuitive. And Pisces also, that's the extreme. See the moodiness? Moodiness and extremes. And also Pisces, You said moon in Pisces or ascendant?
His ascendant.
He's ascendant in Pisces.
His
Ooh,
moon
I
is
think
Virgo. His moon, yeah, is Virgo.
both of those have addictive personalities, by the way.
Wait, say that again?
With both those placements, addictive personality.
Oh, damn.
No.
Oh, so, okay, we're going to explore more of that.
Yeah.
But you're right. Gigi is a Taurus. She's a true Taurus because her ascendant is also Taurus. So I'm all right. I'm Team Gigi, but her moon is Aquarius. Your sign.
She's you and me combined.
Right? I'm like, perfect. We are Team Gigi. No, sorry, Gigi. Sorry. I got to be fair. You understand it's a Taurus. Say it again.
What's Yolanda? I think she's also an
Oh,
Earth sign.
Lord.
I think she's an Earth sign, if I'm not mistaken.
Which name are you going by today, Yolanda? I'm sorry.
No shame.
Yolanda Foster, is it? We'll see. All right. Oh. Is this why they bumped heads? 2 Capricorns? She's January 11th.
That explains a lot about Yolanda. Not about the bumping heads, but like about Yolanda. And because she is such a control freak and...
Okay, Capricorns. It's your week. It's your week.
And it's been a while, so you missed us. You know you like this. You know.
Wait, so her sun is Capricorn. Her moon is Sagittarius. It doesn't have her rising. It doesn't have her rising sign.
They don't have the time of birth.
Yeah. She was in the Netherlands, so maybe that's part of the reason why too.
But Capricorn and Sagittarius is interesting.
Hmm.
I mean, she's difficult to live with. I mean, Yolanda, and from what we see, forget astrology, and also from what we see, she's not an easy person to please. I think she just likes, she is very structured. Capricorns are.
Yeah.
They worry about money, and it's all about, they're very ambitious, and they want to make more money, and it's all about career. We know that about Yolanda, and we've seen how she's been with her kids as well. You know, we've seen those clips on the Housewives, so that makes total sense. But with Sagittarius as an ascendant, oh my God, like she is a commitment phobe, which is very contradicting to Capricorn, to the Capricorn sun. Also, when if she doesn't like you, she will show, I mean, no qualms in showing you, putting you in your place, stinging you where it hurts.
Serena?
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, I do find it interesting that Gigi and Zayn were together because I've dated a Capricorn before and I can see why they dated for so long. They've been together like 6 years because there is a lot that Taurus and Capricorns have in common. And I know I've read before, they say that that can be an ideal match. But I can also see why Gigi's like, I can't. I tried, but I can't, according to reports.
Well, Capricorns can be moody too, and they do have a dark side. Tauruses, no. Tauruses, unlike what people think about Tauruses, now I'm not saying it because I love KEMPIRE, but
I'm a little biased.
And my son is Taurus too. But no, it has nothing to do with it. It's just Taurus don't go dark. Tauruses can be very blunt if they want to share their opinion with you, and especially they're blunt, especially to people they care. So don't misunderstand Taurus. Because if they don't care, they're not going to say shit.
It's true. Stop reading me for filth on here. That's my job. But it's true. It's true.
So, and I know, like, people just misunderstand Tauruses, but if they take the time to talk to you and tell you really honestly what they feel, you know, take that as a compliment. That means they care, and that's why they're doing it. Yep. So I do see Gigi, but Capricorns are very different. They suck at communication. They're not very good at communicating their feelings or what they feel because they're always so stressed. They're always planning something, and they're always like, you know, always like they have like a full schedule of things. That's Capricorn.
It's your week.
About time. I mean, you know, poor Geminis, poor Pisces, poor Aries.
Scorpios. Scorpio season.
Scorpio season. Well, come on. We'll give Scorpios a break this week. We'll just shade the Capricorns. But it's a fact. So, and I do see we said he's a Capricorn, so I definitely see what my cards are saying with that 7 of Pentacles too, that he wanted to grow. He wanted to grow and expand his brand. his career and everything. That's why he left. And also, I don't feel that they were getting along by the end. I do feel there was a lot of like headbutting.
You have to remember, this was a group that was formed. It wasn't like, oh, we were friends forever. It was one of those boy band groups that were formed. But the thing is, right after he left the group and he launched his solo career, he had, according to reports, and I believe he may have confirmed this, anxiety, like stage fright. What happened to him once he left? Like, what can the cards tell us? What really happened to him once he left One Direction and went solo? Because that's part of the reason we've seen him release music, but we haven't really seen him perform a lot. You know, he was supposed to do tours, and he had to do tours because of anxiety.
Okay, I feel more depression than anxiety, to be honest. That's what I'm picking up.
Yeah.
More of this, like, I feel a little bit low self-esteem, depression, darkness there, but I'll just pull a couple of cards.
Wow. And we know, you know, especially we take mental health very seriously here, and that's part of the reason why, you know, we talk about things like this, and that's part of the reason why I wanted to do this reading, because we hear things. Jumper cards. We hear things about Zayn Malik. However, I wanted to see what the spirit realm is saying.
Oh my God, the same cards that I got before. Okay. We have the Magician here. And you know that this is my darkness card. Not always, but when we did Kardashians, when we did, who else did we do that came up? This came up.
Chrissy Teigen?
Yes, Teigen.
So, and I think, sidebar, I'm sorry to interrupt you. You see, Chrissy Teigen has reemerged.
We knew she would.
Go check out that reading, y'all.
I'll link it down below. But I get the Magician here. Hold on. And I get the Hermit. So he was trying. So when he left, I feel that he was trying to take himself, no pun intended, to a different direction than One Direction. See what I did there? I love the hand laugh. Yeah, but I do feel that he was very, he wasn't, I'm going to say that he did not accept advice or good advice. I feel that he tried to do everything by himself without listening to his team or his managers or anyone for that matter. And I do feel that he kind of like isolated himself and tried to work or figure out what, again, direction he wanted to go to, but he's confused. What I'm getting, I know this doesn't make sense, but let me just tell you what I pick up. I pick up that he's all over the place. I feel that he's struggling with himself. He has serious issues with himself, and he projects that into his relationships. And I feel this is what this reading is leading to and where this is all going to regarding Gigi and him, right? So, but I do see family here. Family is important to him. I feel that maybe his family is very supportive. He is close with his family. I'm also picking up the energy. My guides are saying that this is why they also had the baby. I feel that the baby was not, maybe it was an accident. Their girl, and they decided to keep it. And I think that he was the one who was very excited with the pregnancy and the news, and he wanted to keep the baby, if you know what I mean. So, because he does, I do feel he has a solid family background and family, which helps him, but I do really feel that he's very lost within himself. And I do get these like extreme behaviors.
That's so interesting, because I would never think that of a Capricorn, but you would know better than I thought he would have been a little bit more balanced. And he has that Virgo in his chart.
Capricorns can be very moody.
Oh.
Capricorns can be very moody. They're what?
I've only dated one, so I'm not an expert.
Was he moody?
I can't remember. I know I broke up with him, though.
I think you've broken up with most of them.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
But you know, here's the thing, and although we had a lot in common, and he might be watching this, hey, although we had a lot in common, something in me, and I'm sure Gigi, if you're watching this, I'm sure you can relate. Something in you says, yes, everything's great, but something's missing.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that's what she was going through.
Mind you, Capricorns are not, Tauruses too, but normally Tauruses know what they want and know how to get what they want. They just take their time getting there. But with Capricorns, they know, the thing with them is that they have a hard time kind of finding balance between, because they can be workaholics. They can be very much about work and making money and work. So they have a hard time finding that balance between personal life, family, and work. And that makes them extremely, they go into these extreme like moods. They can be snappy. They can be very aloof. Sometimes they can appear aloof, or like they're too much in their head, too preoccupied. And also Capricorns, oh, that's what I wanted to say. I lost my trail of thought. I'm being Malik. I'm being Zayn Malik right now. I feel
energies around you.
Yeah, I feel like I'm like my mind is like all over the place and it's fast thinking, etc. But I wanted to say that Capricorns, unlike what people think, they don't come out of relationships, long-term relationships, easily. So it takes a lot of energy and a lot of processing and thinking before they say, I'm out, I'm done.
Yeah.
You know, what Taurus is too, but Taurus is generally when you start feeling that something is not working anymore, you're very aware of it.
Yeah.
So you know, your antenna is there and you're aware of it and you just wait for the right moment. Capricorn, sometimes they'll just sweep things under the rug because they don't want to deal with it, because breakups are really, really painful for Capricorns.
Yeah. Oof, sorry, Capricorn. So based on what we're hearing, they have gone through a breakup most recently because of that September 29th incident, which we will explore in just a second. So anything else in regards to where his head was at after he went solo in another direction?
Very hopeful with that Ace of Cups. So he had opportunities to go solo. They were given to him. You know, people were like, yeah, you can do this. You'll do a great career and everything. So I feel like he went in with his heart on his sleeve. Yeah. Regarding his career, and I think it just went haywire. He just lost himself on the way there. And I also feel relationships, I don't know who he was before Gigi, but I feel that he keeps like going into these like relationships that are not good for him. And not because the girls, his partners, are not good, but it's just that he needs to work on himself. He can't go into serious relationships and have babies with someone when he hasn't worked on himself, and he's struggling. He's struggling to understand his moods, his feelings, and he has no direction. I'll keep throwing that pun out. I love it.
Well, I mean, that's sort of been the rumors, and I think a lot of people have assumed that that's part of the reason. That's the story that's been out there. In regards to what's been going on in this relationship. Let's get into the Gigi and Zayn relationship. Was it this incident that broke them up? And this incident, from what we're hearing, was that Yolanda Hadid came to Gigi Hadid's home because she was in Paris for Paris Fashion Week. And of course, Zayn was staying there with their, I believe their daughter was with him. I'm not sure because we haven't heard that particular element of it, but he was there at the home, and Yolanda comes knocking with her own security and bothering him. And we hear that, because he's an artist and most of the times they record at night, he was sleeping during the day, and he just feels as if Yolanda is overstepping her bounds.
Okay.
Before we get to that incident, because I do want to explore that incident, what is going on with the relationship with Gigi and Zayn?
It seems that they were sort of I feel before the incident there were talks about splitting up. I feel that they did split up. They were a bit on off. That's what I'm getting. On off. Like they would split up and then they would get back together again. And that's what I feel. And while I was shuffling, I was getting all these messages, and then I had a jumper card which was the high priestess, which confirms and validates all the stuff that I was picking up. And what I can tell you that I'm picking up is that I feel that they were both unhappy in the relationship. Gigi was making more of an effort to keep things between them cordial and good and calm for the sake of the baby. And because I do feel that Gigi does want to get married, she is a family person, you know. She wants to have her own family and to be a part of that. But here's the thing, I get a king of wands. Who is the king of wands? Who is this fire sign? There's a guy fire sign here. Yolanda doesn't come up because I asked why did they break up. Okay, she doesn't come up, so I don't think Yolanda was the reason why they broke up. I'm not talking about the incident. I'm talking about the breaking up, because I feel that they were broken up before that happened.
And they've been on and off again. You know, there have been rumors, but they very much, and this is probably why they're both one's a Capricorn and one's a Taurus. They both are in on keeping their personal lives very private. And I can see, and that now that I know their signs, now I can see why we don't really get a lot of information about them, including when she was pregnant, and why we don't get a lot. So I'm sure they're probably reeling the fact that people are talking about their relationship because they're so private. And we see them say that in the multiple public statements that they've released, and we would like to keep this a private situation. Because I do want to ask, did Yolanda leak this story to TMZ?
We'll find out. But I'll tell you what I get here regarding the relationship and Gigi as well. I feel there was slight jealousy there from him, from Zayn.
I spoke to you, Gigi, today.
But it's not about other guys, but about career, money, status, brand. Yeah. And I feel that there was a lot of tension around that time when that incident happened because of her traveling, because of her I don't know, going out, her social circle, just everything around Gigi, he was annoyed by. He did not like. He wasn't supportive. And she was very, I feel that she was trying to do the right thing for the relationship and for her daughter, but she was very torn. I just feel this, she was very torn because he was very domineering at times. Capricorns can be domineering, by the way. Just saying.
Taurus.
Tauruses too, but you've got a different way of doing it. You know what? With Tauruses, there's always a soft spot. Like, so you can find a soft or blind spot with Tauruses, especially through food.
Oh, no.
Affection, foot rubs. You love foot rubs, Tauruses.
No one's ever rubbed my feet. No, that's not true. No.
Well, hint to the next one, to the next boyfriend.
If you're watching.
If you're watching, foot rubs.
I don't know about foot rubs. I don't know.
No ribs. He hates ribs.
Food is more like it.
Yeah, food is more like it. But with Capricorns, it's a different story. So I do see, though, a guy, so a man, a male energy, a fire sign, and an air sign. Could also be fire sign, this one, too.
I wonder if it's her dad, Mohammed.
Her dad, Mohammed. Can you Google his star sign?
I was about to do that. I don't know if he's famous enough. I know Mohammed's rich. We know that.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he's famous enough for them to have. But you never know.
I don't know, but I can tell you that I feel Gigi's energy. They both felt trapped in that relationship for different reasons. Very different reasons. The baby doesn't come up in the reading, which means that they weren't together necessarily for the baby.
Mohammed is a Scorpio. Shout out to the Scorpios.
Oh my God. And Yolanda is a Capricorn and she was married to Scorpio. Oh my God. All right.
Yeah, that's why it didn't work out.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So who's this air sign?
Moon is a Capricorn though.
Oh, okay. That explains it then. That explains it. There's a lot of earth signs, a lot of earth in that family. Interesting.
This is why it's so important for people to really, you know, when I was traveling, I was doing that for my friends. And it was so crazy how certain signs always are connected. Uh-oh.
Okay, I know who this King of Swords is. So the King of Swords is someone famous, someone like a celebrity that is close friend to Zayn. So, and he is in his ear. So something that I don't know who it is. I don't know who it
I don't
is.
really know Zayn's friends. And guys, if you're watching this, you, especially you big One Direction fans, let us know in the comments.
I can tell you, it's an air sign. Someone. It's not necessarily they're not a singer. I can tell you that much. It could be a presenter. Could be a famous manager.
Hold on.
Could be a famous broadcaster. Just someone who's really famous and out there. I can tell you that much. And he is very close to him.
No, I thought it might be Jake Paul, who sort of threw himself into the drama. But no, Jake is also, he's January 17th. That's Capricorn too, right?
Another Capricorn. Yeah.
So it's not him. I thought it
No, it's not him. I don't think Jake Paul, to be honest. Someone bigger, like a bigger international name.
We're all the same. I mean, I barely know what he does anyway either, so.
Oh, well, yeah, who cares?
Right.
But, yeah, and then I have this, who is this? The fire sign there. Who is that? I'm getting a lot of Leo energy with this guy, with this other guy. Who, he is close to Gigi, though. He's protecting Gigi. There's a male fire energy that's protecting Gigi from all this. You're Googling that too?
I'm Googling when I think, because I'm like thinking maybe it's Gigi's brother, because one of the reports that we heard was that Gigi and Bella don't like the relationship, and they felt like the relationship was volatile as well. No, oh my God. Another Scorpio. Anwar is a Scorpio. His moon is Capricorn. Another Capricorn.
What is going? Oh my God! So many Capricorns in that family. No wonder it's.
His ascendant is also Capricorn. That's Anwar, their brother.
And his moon is in Scorpio.
Yeah, his moon is in Capricorn. His sun is Scorpio.
God help his wife.
Bella. Look at the entire family because they're all involved.
Well, I've got some tea.
Okay, what's the tea? What's the start?
While you're Googling, let me tell you.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Bella is also a Scorpio and a Scorpio moon. What's her rising? Her rising is Virgo. Bella's a mess.
What is going on? So Bella is closer to her dad because the dad's a Scorpio. Okay. And Anwar and Gigi are closer to their mom. I feel Anwar, is that how he's spelling? Mm-hmm. Pronounce his name. Anwar then is like, I feel like he's like mommy's girl, mommy's boy. Sorry, Anwar. Here's the tea though. Let me tell you this. This famous guy I was talking about,
yes,
who is friends with Zayn and who is in his ear and advises him and he's close to him, he's got a crush on Gigi, or there's something going on with Gigi. I'm not saying she cheated and that it went physical, but I feel like an emotional connection there. So it's starting to become a little bit murky now. It's all becoming a little bit murky.
Zayn's friend has a crush on Gigi, and he's in Zayn's ear.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not surprised by that. That's why y'all have to stop listening to your friends. I'm just saying, because you never know people's intentions when they're giving you advice.
Well, I think Zayn at the moment, from what I'm picking up, he needs friends. I mean, he doesn't have real friends around him. He doesn't have, except for his family, he doesn't have pretty much anyone. And he's struggling. Guys, I feel that he's going through some kind of like huge mental health crises right now, because I do feel these like extreme, like I feel he goes from 0 to 100 in like matter of like with a snap of two fingers. He just like, I get that he's volatile, and this is because there's other things that are going on inside him and he needs to work on that. Now the Emperor, who is the strategy here? Who's the hold on, it's either Mohammed, who comes up, the dad of Gigi, or it could be Zayn's dad. Three of Pentacles. They're all working together. They're all working together. So this, I feel, is the Hadids because they're 3 kids. Let me show you. 3 of Pentacles. So I have 3 and then 3 kids. So we're talking about Muhammad. What is up with that, though? With this situation here. I'm not sure. I forgot the question as well. What was the question?
What was the question? The question was, oh, it was about their relationship and what was going on within their relationship.
All right. Oh, I know what it is. Okay, so definitely Muhammad was not approving of Zayn. That's for sure. Yolanda is still not coming up. So she hasn't come up in this reading, and I don't know why. I don't know why. So something must have happened because I don't feel that she was meddling or there were any issues between Yolanda and Zayn before the incident. Otherwise, it would have come up. Her energy would have come up. So something happened that day for her to be involved.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know. I don't know. Listen, I'm going to put, it's very extreme what I'm going to say, but this is what I see and I'm going to say it. So allegedly, I feel Muhammad may had tried to remove Zayn from Gigi's life by giving him some opportunities, like by introducing him to powerful people, other people, maybe even offering money.
I mean, Muhammad, like I said, he's not famous. We've seen him on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, but he is he has money. Like,
Yeah,
he has real money. I know Ronald Richards has been following some of his legal lawsuits. So, I mean, when you have that amount of money, unfortunately, and I hate saying this because I plan to have a lot of money one day, but some people get their money by ill-gotten means. And I'm not saying that's what Muhammad is doing, but it wouldn't surprise me that he would use his money to influence someone that's dating his daughter. We've seen it in movies.
no, that's what I'm getting here, and he's like, I'll keep saying it. Zayn is struggling at the moment. He is up in the air. Everything is up in the air. He doesn't even realize. But I want to know what happened. I'm getting like something bad happened. That's what it's building up. I don't know why it's building up. But yeah. But to recap what I was saying before, because we've been all over the place. I feel that they were on off for a while. I feel that they both felt different levels of constraint or feeling trapped within that relationship. They were trying to make it work, especially Gigi from her side. That's what I'm getting. I feel that he gets influenced, or he listens to people very easily, so people can manipulate him easily, I feel, because if you tell him what he wants to hear, he'll go for it. And
Capricorn.
He's very insecure within himself, and definitely there is a guy who acts like his best friend or a good friend, who is famous, who does have power in Hollywood, and not Hollywood, but he has power in the entertainment industry or the music industry. Although I don't pick up music industry, I would say more entertainment industry with this guy, who I feel might have some kind of emotional connection with Gigi as well. So he may try to get in between them. And then I do see Muhammad, though, never approving of this relationship.
Say that one more time.
I see also Muhammad never approving of this relationship, hence why he tried to sort of like get rid of him.
And I also find it interesting because, I'm a Taurus raised by 2 Scorpios. I love the fact that she's a Taurus being raised by a Scorpio too. I always find that fascinating.
True, right. You've got a lot in common with her.
Gigi, hey girl. All right. You haven't seen Yolanda Hadid so far in this reading.
No.
I have to go there. Yolanda. Okay, so according to this report, Yolanda did. First of all, let's start. The report said that Yolanda Hadid was struck allegedly by ZAYN MALIK. He has denied those reports on his social media. First of all, did Yolanda leak that story to TMZ or to the press? Okay.
Ooh, the mom card just popped out.
You can't make this stuff up.
We got our answer. It just jumped out. I didn't even have time to answer to ask the question. But so here's your answer, yes. And what I'm asking is more general, like I'm asking, what's Yolanda's role in this incident? Because, cards don't like to answer yes or no questions that much. It's better to leave it open-ended because then we get more information. Ooh, another card here. What's 6 of Cups? It's an idea. It's creating an image, creating an idea, creating something.
A narrative.
A narrative.
So, and look, if I can just use my own piecing together, she leaked the story to the press to start this new narrative before it was out there.
Yeah, before it was out. Now, this is where it gets complicated. I have the Ace of Pentacles here. So something about a new start, or maybe offering of money, or maybe something came up. Maybe, I don't know exactly. I'll investigate. But I also have the 10 of Wands here. This relationship had ended, and I feel that, was it? Hold on, I'm getting something. Hold on. Hold on. So what I'm picking up now, maybe Zayn was not supposed to be there at the apartment. I have the moving card. I have the completion and moving card. Someone was supposed to move out. That's what I'm getting. Okay. So judgment here, and then next to the 10 of Wands, and then I have the Temperance. I'm going to say, I feel that maybe while she was off working, because she was abroad. She was in Paris. She was working. He was supposed to pack up and leave, I guess. Okay. And he didn't. And maybe Yolanda walked in and saw him there. She was startled, said a few words. And
well, she went there with security.
She went in with security, did she?
Yeah, there was a bodyguard there.
Okay, so probably she knew that he was there, but she
wanted to make sure, maybe, that he had gone, and she wasn't sure if he would be there or not, so she went with a bodyguard.
Yeah, but he had the baby, so she knew that he was there because he was with the baby. Okay. Right? So maybe it was just like he was supposed to stay there, pick up the daughter, but he didn't. I just feel that someone was meant to move out and they didn't. Okay? And then judgment, and this created a lot of like tension. Temperance here and Queen of Cups. Oh. Hold on. All right. I don't want us to get in trouble. So this is all allegedly. This is for entertainment purposes only, okay? He was drinking. He was drinking while he was babysitting his child. I feel she walked in on something that was shocking to her. Maybe he was too tipsy, or like she walked in and on the coffee table there were like bottles of vodka or tequila. I don't know. But I feel that she walked in on something and there was drinking involved there. And also with the moon card, this is the indication there is something dark there between them. They know something about each other, or they were all part of something that they...
You see each other, you mean Yolanda and Zayn, or Gigi?
Yolanda, like the Hadids versus
Malik.
Zayn, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So there was confrontation, there was tension, it was bad. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, he was supposed to leave. He was going to move out. They even offered him, maybe they found him an apartment. Muhammad gave him an apartment. That's maybe what we saw before, that he was offered something. He was offered money or an apartment or something like that for him to leave or move out. he was at home with a baby in their apartment. Maybe he wasn't supposed to be in that apartment, actually. Maybe he
Yeah,
was
really,
supposed
she owns it.
She owns it. Exactly. That's what I feel, that she owns it. Maybe he was supposed to just pick up the baby and take her somewhere else, but he didn't, and he stayed put, And Yolanda found out, maybe through the doorman or someone, that he was there with the baby, and she just went in there to ask him to leave, and I think it just brought boom. But there is a backstory there. There's something about, because I tell you, I pick up that there was like, the tension was mounting the last few months between them.
So in this incident, okay, go ahead.
Devil, there is something dark and hidden. There is something dark and hidden there. Devil card, definitely drinking, and I don't know if there were drugs. Just saying, but usually when
There's also another story out there. Part of the reason why this relationship fell apart and why his record label allegedly dropped him, even though he's still on their website, was because he's gotten into this new version of weed or another drug. They're saying that he's smoking a lot. Allegedly.
Well, when I get this card for me, the devil card, is like, yeah, someone who is either, someone with an addiction who has narcissistic traits. It's also my narcissist card, but I don't pick that up about Zayn. I don't feel that he's got narcissistic traits or anything. I just feel that he's volatile. He needs help. But that, as soon as I picked it up, I was like, oh, damn it. Because I have the Queen of Cups and I have the devil. To me, it indicates substance abuse, drinking, or something else there. Maybe this is also part of it, but I don't think that was the reason, but I feel it's part of the reason. King of Pentacles there. Yeah, something about he wasn't supposed to be there. He wasn't supposed to be there. I think that was the weekend or the time that he was supposed to move out. Pack up and move out. They were broken up. That's what I pick up. They were broken up. They weren't together.
So according to the court documents that were obtained by some of the media outlets, this happened on September 29th. And Yolanda was there, but he was also on the phone with Gigi Hadid. He has pleaded no contest to 4 counts of harassment. And it wasn't physical harassment, according to my research. They were all considered just harassment, because you can be charged for harassment even over the phone. So, but there is that story that TMZ first broke where it says that he struck Yolanda. Did he physically touch Yolanda? Oh.
I think there was. I'll tell you my initial intuition. When I first read the story, when it first came out, I said, oh, because I saw, and I did see that they both got physical, maybe pushing and went too far. They were screaming, but I did feel that energy. But we'll find out. I hope I'm wrong.
Me too.
Well, let's find out. Okay, let's see what we see. I hope not. I really do.
While she's doing that, I'll just remind you guys, if you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe and like the video. It's an easy and free way of supporting Femme Tarot's channel. And follow her on all her socials.
Thank you. The truth is somewhere in the middle, I'm getting. So, I know, that wasn't what we were all expecting. I feel, I don't even see if there were, I got the King of Cups again, and I'm going to tell you something. I do feel that they did have words with each other. I'm not sure about the physical fight. I don't see it. I don't pick it up. But I do feel that it got very tense, again, with the drinking. Things that she saw or what she witnessed when she walked in. And it got really tense. But I don't pick up, like, physical, like, big physical fight there.
Yeah.
2 of Wands. They definitely had words. Definitely. So that got ugly. But no, I don't feel there was physical fight. I don't.
And like I said, he pleaded no contest to harassment that involved Gigi. I don't believe Yolanda was included in that harassment claim. And according to the code for harassment, it wasn't physical harassment. So,
No, it wasn't.
and Zayn has posted on his social media denying any physical interaction with Yolanda Hadid. And based on what you're saying, she hasn't really shown up in the cards a lot until I asked the actual question.
Yeah.
Um,
I think she was there to protect her daughter, but I don't think all this drama has nothing to do with Yolanda at the end of the day. Okay, it has to do with Zayn and Gigi, and mostly Zayn. I am going to put the blame on Zayn because I feel he is the most, in quotes, unstable out of the two.
Yeah.
Okay, he's the one who needs direction. I'll keep doing this today. Instead of one direction, he'll just be the direction because he needs it. But that's what I feel, and I do feel that actually the Hadid family did try to help him. Let's be honest. I mean, I don't know much about One Direction, but I'll tell you what I'm picking up. I just feel that his career, his singing career, was just going down the drain. Like, it wasn't going anywhere, and he knew that. And I feel that the Hadids did try to help him out. They did try to help him out through their contacts, through, maybe even financially too, investing in his brand or in his career. I do feel that, but I just feel that this guy needs help, guidance. And
is it true that he's been dropped by his management, by the record label? As I said before, on the record label RCA's website, he's still listed as an artist, but that could be just logistical, or someone just didn't do their job. Is his team shifting? Have they left him? It wouldn't surprise me, based on what you're saying, if his career is not where he necessarily wants a jumper card.
The death card. Doom, doom, doom. I think you got your answer there. The end of his career, or the end of his career as it was. Maybe he's gonna reinvent himself and come back and rebrand himself, whatever. But yeah, it's what I'm feeling. It's all.
He's such an amazing talent. He really is a talented guy. I mean, there are a bunch of really talented individuals in One Direction, but people did not see. It wasn't a type of situation where him leaving the group, people were like, oh my gosh, you shouldn't leave the group. You're not going to be successful without the group. No, people said, yes, he will be successful without the group. But if he's having all of these mental health issues and maybe addiction issues, that's interfering with his, trying to pursue that.
But he will come back. I'm not saying his existing career is going down the drain, but I do feel that he will reinvent himself, have the son there. He just needs a new team. He needs a new management team, a new record label. He needs to write different types of songs, find his voice, his solo voice, his true voice, and he will be successful. He will. But as we know it and as he knows it, it's not working at the moment. He needs really honestly to get rid of everyone and everything. He needs to go clean up, have some time alone, figure things out, and come back renewed, with a different team, that's for sure. Yeah, because after this doesn't look good for his career right now. All this right now. Because I feel more stuff are going to come out. This is not going to be the end of it.
Wow. What can he do, especially for those that are in similar situations, like a Capricorn dating a Taurus, but now they have a child, so they're going to be forever in each other's lives. What advice would you give someone very similar to these two that are in a relationship, have a relationship because of their daughter? What advice would you give Zayn right now?
Well,
Gigi, what advice would you give each of them?
Well, first of all, I would definitely advise, and I advise friends of mine who are going through a divorce right now, you still need couples therapy even if you're getting divorced, for the sake of the children. So the two of them need to find a better way of communicating and co-parenting. And I would definitely, we know that he needs to go to therapy, but I think that Gigi also needs to be because she's a Capricorn, so she's really hard on herself. Capricorns tend to be.
She's a Taurus.
Oh, she's a Taurus, right?
He's
So
hard on himself.
he's Capricorn. He's hard on himself. She's a Taurus, but so she also needs to not be hard on herself and make better decisions when it comes to relationships and maybe sort of, you know what, let me tell you, I feel with Gigi that she needs a little bit of a breather. I think her mom is, yeah, she's a momager, and just like Kris Jenner is, but there's a huge difference. Yolanda is Dutch. I know the Dutch. You know the Dutch. You just came back. But I know how Europeans are and how they see family. They're very, they like to have some kind of like control over their kids. And this is not because they're manipulated, but this is because they feel more that they're helping their kids and they feel more safe regarding their kids' decisions if they're involved in their lives and in their decision making. And I just think that Gigi needs a break from everything. I think she has been pushed hard to work. She is a hard worker. She is a Taurus. Capricorns and Tauruses are hard workers. So are Virgos. Leos, no, lazy. I'm going to shake the Leos right now.
Hey, now I got a Leo moon.
I know, but Taurus saves you. So I don't know. I think the two of them need to work together with the help of a professional for the sake of their daughter and make better decisions for themselves and in the future when it comes to relationships.
Wow. You know, there have been multiple rumors in regards to everyone that's involved in the situation. And I mean, the extended family. So Zayn's sister posted on social media, sort of shading the whole situation, saying karma. What did she mean by karma on her Instagram? How did Zayn's family feel towards the Hadids?
Well, as I said, I don't think he was approved at the beginning. Like he would, like, I don't think I don't think they approved of him per se from the beginning. And how old was Gigi when they started dating anyway? She was really young.
Yeah, they've been dating 6 years, and she's what? I don't even know, 20 something.
Oh, well, she was so young. She was practically a baby. You know, she was a little girl practically.
Yeah.
And I just feel that that's where that's coming from. Like, you know, probably he wasn't welcomed in the family. Like,
so his family probably has never liked the Hadids either.
Yeah, I just feel that they just, yeah.
What about Bella Hadid and Anwar? Because we've been hearing reports. Well, Bella sort of shaded him on social media as well. I'm guessing they're in the same space as well when it comes to how they feel about Zayn in this relationship.
He's troubled, though. I keep getting that. I keep getting his energy. He's a troubled soul. He's not a bad guy. He's just troubled, and he needs help and guidance, because if he doesn't get it, he will go dark and bad. That's the thing. He's still young.
Yeah. I mean, I hope he does. I mean, I hope that he gets the help that he needs. Because he is talented. You know, I hate to see, I mean, everyone should get help when they need it, but when I see someone so talented, you want to make, come on, you have such potential.
It's a shame. Oh, I don't think they get along.
Oh.
The Bella and Anwar with him. No, doesn't look good. They don't trust him. I got the devil. It's all about, they feel that it's all a show, that he's very different when he's in public, or when they are in a family setting, let's say. He acts very differently towards Gigi or towards everyone than when he is behind closed doors and in private. That's how they see him. They think that he manipulates her, he's not good for her. Definitely, they know his addiction issues. No, doesn't look good. Doesn't look good. They don't like him.
Okay, but let's wrap this up in a good way.
Sounds good.
We've talked about their careers. I want to talk about, because she's a Taurus, he's Gigi, and he's a Capricorn. Obviously, this relationship didn't work out, even though on paper it's supposed to. But you never know. Like, you never know, and we can see why they spent so long together. But in regards to the future, when it comes to their love relationships, what are the cards saying for their future for love relation? Maybe not for Zayn, because Zayn needs to work on himself. But for
Yeah.
Gigi, is she gonna hook up with this guy that's Zayn's best friend and
I don't think so.
because she's a Taurus and she can see right through him.
Yeah. And she's going to take a while before she jumps into another relationship, I feel. You know, and she's got a little baby.
Yeah. Oh, Gigi.
Hold on, let me find out. I can tell. I like Gigi.
I don't really know a lot about Gigi besides what we saw on Beverly Hills. I really don't follow her. I mean, I remember her on Beverly Hills, and then I remember she became this huge model, and I was like, all right, but now that she's a Taurus, I'm a little more interested.
Of course you are. Well, of course you are. Oh no, Gigi. Oh, Gigi. No, this King of Wands came up again. So remember I told you about who is this King of Wands? It wasn't this famous guy, this Zayn guy, but oh, she's got someone.
Zayn, if you're watching, stop watching.
Don't watch. No, you didn't hear it from me. No, it wasn't me. No, but she's seeing someone. Someone. And definitely she has to watch out. Gigi, watch out. I feel that you're making the wrong decisions. You fall for the wrong thing, guys, and it's not good for you.
Is he an air sign? Is he an air sign? Is that what you're saying?
No, fire sign, this guy.
Oh, fire sign.
That Leo energy.
Not for us.
that Leo energy. So regarding her future, she needs to be careful. Even him, I don't trust him. Doesn't look good. Yeah, it's like
I know a lot of Tauruses and Leos that date, and they end up in very long-term relationships.
They're compatible, but this guy I don't see.
Oh, he's shady. Shady boots.
Oh, 8 of Wands. This is something that started recently, well, maybe a month or two ago, and it's sexual.
I mean, I can see that.
This guy. So I'm glad.
Stop watching. Don't watch this. This is awkward.
Ooh, I'm glad though that it's sexual, because that means there's not that, it's not that deep emotional, because she needs to take a break, go have fun,
I remember being Gigi's age and a Taurus and going through relationship issues. Yes, Gigi, enjoy your 20s, girl. If we could have avoided having a baby, and I know now that you have your baby, it's like, yay, but enjoy your 20s, girl.
Otherwise, you'll end up like KEMPIRE, who stays at home and he's waiting for the love of his life to land on his lap.
The shade.
I'm just joking. I love you. You know that.
The shade. You see how she threw me under the bus?
Not at all. Actually, with Tauruses, I mean, even if in your 20s, you don't meet people at bars and clubs and in those types of settings. Usually you'll meet someone either randomly, like, I don't know, while you're waiting for the bus, the metro, whatever, you might start talking to someone. Right?
I've always said that. That's why you should always look good when you go out.
Exactly. All through friends. But it's like you Tauruses, that you're put off by that, like meeting someone in a club, in a bar, one night stands. It's not your thing. It's not your jam.
Yeah.
So that's why I said that.
You stay a one night stand, not a relationship.
Yeah, that's very different. Yeah, exactly. So that's why I said that, because I know you're not going to go out and, and say, hey, I'm single. Who wants to come over? Let's have a nightcap. Although I don't drink, but it's not you. It's not you. You'd rather you as Tauruses, not just you, KEMPIRE.
Tauruses, you're watching.
Exactly. You'd rather stay single and alone for a while. You're not afraid of loneliness or not being in a relationship.
Okay, keep going.
You don't want to deal with other people's dramas, Tauruses.
So
you'd rather be alone than jump into a relationship for the sake of being in a relationship and have drama, and just, that's what I mean. So
agreed. And if Gigi's having fun, like I said, she's in her 20s. That's what she should be doing. I'm sure the sex is amazing. Enjoy.
Well, she's having fun. I can see that. Hold on, let me pull.
Oh my god.
It's her saving grace at the moment. I think she would have been in a much darker and depressive state if it wasn't for this guy right now. So yeah.
That's not going to be good for a Capricorn.
Oh well.
Hear that?
Oh well. What can you do? I mean,
Can we pull a card for Zayn? I mean, anything for his love life? That might be his saving grace.
We'll find out. I don't know if he's ready for it. I don't know.
That's what I was thinking, but then if Gigi's getting some, I kind of hope that he's getting some. Can't waste the pretty.
Ooh, Queen of... Ooh. Okay, this is what I got, guys. All right. Straight away when I saw this card, I got like a ton of stuff. Like, he likes the more dominant women. He needs more of a dominant woman who's dominant not only in his life and the relationship, but in bed too. Just saying. Just saying. He needs a woman that is dynamic, strong, and takes the lead. That's what he needs.
I know all those girls that love Zayn Malik right now, like, that's me.
But that's not Gigi. I can tell you that much. That's not Gigi. That's why it doesn't work. Doesn't work.
Damn.
Doesn't work. Yeah, he needs to learn Page of Cups. No. Oh, God. Well, love life, I don't pick up anything like major. I just feel that he's going through a learning curve. And yeah, he's just going to F around for a while.
Oh. Ladies, line on up.
Line on up. And he definitely likes, that's the thing. I feel he would be much better with someone slightly older than him. Not a cougar, but someone slightly more mature and older than him. But he tends to go for the younger girls. How old is he? How old is he?
I don't know. It's like 20-something. They're both so young. Let me see.
Yeah, they're young, aren't they?
Let's see. Zayn is 1993. Oh, my God.
93. He's
28.
Oh, he looks younger.
He's 29.
All right, okay. Well, that's what I see. So he needs someone more dominant, more, if I was giving him a reading, I'd be like, this is the type of woman that you should go after rather than the Gigi type or the younger type or the groupies and stuff like that. Or he just needs someone who is a lot more stable and who gives, not stable, but gives him stability and affection and manages him as well, in a sense.
What particular sign stands out to you that would be ideal for someone like him?
Okay, hold on. He's a Capricorn, right?
Or Capricorns. I'm sure the Capricorns appreciate us doing this though and associating them with their signs, because then they're like, I'm dating a Capricorn or I'm dating a Taurus and you're so on, and you guys will let us know in the comments.
I would say he needs a Leo woman. Yeah, because or Sagittarius, Aries.
So a fire sign he needs.
Yeah, fire. So, you're right. They're all three fire signs. I don't see him with water signs. That's for sure. It wouldn't work out. Air sign, maybe, but air signs generally they're not that. He needs someone who takes him by the hand and kind of leads him on and shows him a little bit the ropes. I feel that's lacking.
An Aries.
Yeah, an Aries for sure. Definitely an Aries.
They like to boss around.
Aries and Sagittarius, I would say more than Leo. Because Leo women are dramatic and they want the attention on them, and he wants the attention too. So that's going to be a little bit of a power play.
All right, you got it, Zayn. We just gave you some love advice. First of all, go get therapy if you haven't already, and then mess around, have a little fun.
Have a little fun. Leave Gigi alone. Be a good dad. Be a good example to your child. That's the most important thing. And maybe sort of change your team as well. Change your team and your management team and.
It looks like he might have been forced to do that too. He might have been forced to do that because we're hearing rumors that they all dropped him. So maybe that's a good thing.
That is a good thing because I do think that chapter 2 for him is going to be much better. It's going to be more true to himself. Unlike Justin Bieber, who he had the chance. Chapter 2, he had a big chance to make something huge, and I feel that his issues also got in the way of that. Yeah. Oh God, yeah. So that's what but he's talented, so he's got a fair chance to have a big comeback.
Fingers crossed.
Yes.
That's all I
Well,
have.
that's it, everyone. That was it. I know a lot of you were really looking forward to this reading, but we have an even better reading. There's another Walk of Femme next week. And this one, guys, you've been bombarding me for over a month to do this reading. And I understand why. And we might as well announce it, right? We might as well tell you, everyone. So we're finally doing Brittany Murphy, and we are excited. KEMPIRE already had a little experience with that while we were talking about it a couple of days ago. He felt her energy. She's been around me a lot lately as well. So I feel that it's going to be a really good one because she's going to come in, and I feel that she has a lot to share because there's so many question marks around her death, around the death of her husband, around her husband's relationship with her mother, and all that stuff that's been going on, which is really weird. But she's ready to talk, and we're ready to listen. So stay tuned because next week that one's going to come out. Actually, it's going to be, well, I'll upload this on the weekend, so it is going to be next week. Thank you, everyone, for watching. And again, let me remind you, please subscribe to both me and KEMPIRE if you're new here. If you're not new here and you are a Femi, love you so much. Thank you for the support. Thank you for being here every week, every video. We love this energy. We're going to be seeing you again next week. Till then, take care. Bye.